Hello everybody, it's Foster184 and I want to ask you a question. The question I want to ask is, what do you consider to be camping? The reason I ask this is that during the gameplay footage that you were currently watching, or after the match actually, one of the opposing team members sent me a message saying that the only reason my team won was that because we'd been camping. Now, straight off the bat, what I consider to be camping is sitting in your corner, not moving, and just letting people run past you, hoping that they won't notice you, and then trying to kill them. Now, what I consider that we did in this match is, I consider that we controlled the area. Now, controlling the area is obviously, it's nothing new. In some games have entire game types that are dedicated to it. Things like Halo have things like King of the Hill. The whole point of that is control an area. Essentially what we've done, me and my team, is we've picked this central building, this is our hill, and we will be kings of it. It allows us a very good vantage point through that window I've just been shooting through, as well as the window that's behind me, which I'll go to in a minute. These windows act as our vantage points. It allows us to overlook a much wider area than what we would normally be able to. If, for instance, we were just in a long room, you can only look down the room and out through the doors. This allows us to look through the different doors. As you can see, I have a camera that's set up guarding one door, and it allows me to look out through two windows. My other two teammates are guarding the corridors and the other window, as well as the other main access door, which is through that little room I was just looking at there. Now, the main advantage of controlling an area is two things really. As I say, it gives you the extra vantage point of being able to see where people are, and also it tricks people in some ways. They know where we are. They know we're in here because obviously we've been killing them from here. So it actually allows us to bait them into attempting to come into the hill. I'll refer to the building as a hill because I have no idea what it's meant to be, some sort of kitchen cum cinema. So while we're on this hill, they know we're here. They want to come and get us. They know there's going to be 1, 2, 3 of us in this area, and they'll make their way to us. And when they do, they pick us up. We can either pick them off when they come towards us, or we can pick them off when they actually get in here. It's very much a team strategy, so I only tend to try to control areas when I actually have people I'm confident playing with. At the moment, I'm actually in a party of 2 with my friend Martin and Ian. We all have very similar but still different play styles. The play styles are different enough that we can cover different situations, but similar enough that they become fluid into one sort of scenario, such as this. Now I've got that out of the way, I'll try and give you a little bit of background behind what's going on. So at the time of this video, I was level 45. At the time of doing the actual recording and the commentary, I'm level 50 first prestige. So hopefully by the end of today, after a bit more gameplay, I should be able to prestige for the second time. The kill streaks I'm running with are spy plane, care package and attack helicopter. You may have been able to guess that I'm actually recording this through the theatre mode, when I actually played it I didn't have the Hauppauge HD PVR, which I'm using to record it. If anyone can actually let me know how you meant to pronounce it, whether it's Hauppauge or Hauppauge, that would be greatly appreciated, as there seems to be some confusion roaming around as to which one it's meant to be. Now, I've just called in my first care package of the game. Now, I got very lucky with it actually, because I actually managed to get attack dogs. Now, obviously at the time this was going out, the game was fairly new out, hence the rather low level as well. I'd actually just unlocked the commando gun, which I'm using. But I don't know if anyone else can remember, when the game first came out, in care packages the main thing you used to tend to get was actually ammo, which useful depending on what sort of perks you were running. I mean, I've got scavenger on during this game, so having ammo wouldn't really have done me any good. But in this game I get fairly lucky. I get attack dogs now, and I get a mortar strike later on. So I'm also trying to be a little bit different in terms of the game modes that I'm having you watch. This one, for instance, if anyone was wondering why people are dying so quickly, this game mode was actually hardcore. I think it was just hardcore team deathmatch. I'm quite a fan of hardcore. The removal of the HUD, or HUD, the heads-up display, I think adds a little bit of something to it as well. It makes you, I won't say more cautious, but it certainly changes the way that you approach the game. You approach it much more tactically, and you do tend to play as a team much more, which I'm very keen on that sort of thing. I do prefer to play quite tactically, and also try to be as much of a team player as I can, which is one of the reasons I run the spy plane. Obviously, with myself, especially in hardcore, it's invaluable. Other than the Blackbird, I don't think there would be something which would be more useful to you, because it allows you to know where people are, and it also allows your team members to know where they are. I mean, I have my camera up, so my team members know where they are, and if they know that there's gonna be a few of them coming, they actually shout it out to me. They let me know that they're there. The other thing, if you're going to be a team player, you'll notice twice, I think, earlier on and in a few seconds, I tend to revive my teammates. If you don't revive people, you're just not going to survive. You need those extra people. This one goes a bit wrong because I revived them, but we didn't see this guy coming, and he ends up taking us both out anyway. But yeah, so back to the original question that I posted to you guys at the beginning of the video. What do we consider to be camping and what don't we? The other thing I tend to notice is that camping, proper camping, tends to diminish over the course of a game. It tends to be much more prevalent at when a game first comes out, because everyone's getting used to the maps, the guns, what it takes to kill people, so people are more cautious. If you're more cautious, inevitably you're going to end up with more camping. It's just the way it's going to be, because you don't want to be the one that rushes out, you don't want to be the one that dies all the time. So I'll admit it, I've been guilty of doing it a few times, where you sit in that corner and you tend to find that, try to figure out which are going to be the high traffic areas, which are going to be the areas of the map where people run past, where there's always going to be people there. And if you can figure that out, even if it's through camping, if you can figure that out, you are going to be the ones to bring home the win at the end of the day. So here, I realise you can't see where I'm planting the mortars, with it being in theatre mode. The reason I stood around for a little while is I'd actually forgotten where I placed them, and I didn't want to run out there and end up dropping a mortar on my own head. So I tended to stick around just for a little bit. Now, obviously, we've been controlling this area, but as you see, we're not camping in it. We've been running around as well, but we always try to come back to this, because in this particular map, this little room here, this hill, cinema kitchen, it offers the best vantage points. You're not going to get a better vantage point than in this particular room here. I mean, the game is coming to a close. I think there's only roughly about a minute or so left. And I'm currently, I think, 23 for 3 at the moment. I end up going 26 for 4. So not a bad gameplay. Got done by one of the RC Tyco explosive toy cars. Whether some sort of military group would actually rely on toy cars to deliver explosive packaging, not so sure. But frustrating to get killed by, yes, but let's face it, we all love to drive them in and take out 3-4 people at one go. Who doesn't? So as I say, this match is drawing to a close now. So don't forget, comment on the question of the day. What do we consider to be camping and what don't we? And don't forget to rate, comment and subscribe. This has been Foster1984, and I hope you enjoyed watching. I'll try and get more videos up for you guys soon, and I'll see you later.